What if I told you that the best football league in the world isn't just about trophies or money? Today, we're ranking the 7 greatest football leagues on the planet, and some of these choices might surprise you. Let's begin. At number 7, we have the Eredivisie from the Netherlands. The Eredivisie may not have the biggest television deals or the richest owners, but it offers something many leagues would love to have: an incredible ability to produce world-class talent. For decades, Dutch football has been one of Europe's greatest football schools. The league is built around famous clubs like Ajax, PSV Eindhoven, and Feyenoord. Their rivalries create unforgettable atmospheres, especially the Klassieker between Ajax and Feyenoord, one of the fiercest matches in Dutch football. What makes the Eredivisie special is its style. Dutch teams play brave, attacking football. They value technique, creativity, and intelligent movement. This is the home of total football, the philosophy that changed the game forever and was perfected by the legendary Johan Cruyff. The league has produced countless stars. Johan Cruyff became an icon here, while in recent years, players like Frenkie de Jong, Matthijs de Ligt, Cody Gakpo, and Memphis Depay all used the Eredivisie as a stepping stone toward Europe's biggest clubs. Young players receive opportunities much earlier than in many other countries. Managers trust teenagers and allow them to make mistakes and grow. Because of that, scouts from every major European league constantly watch Dutch football in search of the next superstar. The Eredivisie might not compete financially with the biggest leagues, but when it comes to developing talent and playing entertaining football, few can match it. But if the Dutch are masters of creating talent, the next league has turned player development into an art and a business. At number 6, we have Portugal's Primeira Liga. For such a small country, Portugal has an enormous influence on world football. The Primeira Liga has become one of Europe's greatest talent factories and one of the smartest leagues in terms of recruitment. The league is dominated by Benfica, Porto, and Sporting CP. Their clashes are intense, emotional, and filled with history. These clubs have millions of supporters and carry huge expectations every season. Cristiano Ronaldo's journey started at Sporting CP before he became one of the greatest players in history, but he is far from the only success story. Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Dias, and João Felix all developed important parts of their game in Portugal. Portuguese clubs are famous for finding hidden gems in South America, Africa, and lesser-known European markets. They sign talented youngsters, develop them in competitive environments, and then sell them for enormous profits. The football itself is technical and tactically intelligent. Matches can be fast and intense, while the league remains highly competitive behind its traditional giants. You may not see the Primeira Liga winning the Champions League every season, but if you're looking for tomorrow's stars before the rest of the world discovers them, Portugal is one of the best places to look. Now we move into the top 5. At number 5, we have France's Ligue 1. For years, many people reduced Ligue 1 to simply Paris Saint-Germain and their financial power. But French football is far more interesting than that. Ligue 1 has quietly become one of the greatest producers of talent in modern football. Kylian Mbappé exploded onto the scene with Monaco before becoming a global superstar. Karim Benzema, N'Golo Kanté, Paul Pogba, Eduardo Camavinga, and Aurélien Tchouaméni all developed their games in France. French football has a unique mix of qualities. It's physical, fast, athletic, and technically gifted at the same time. Young players are given significant opportunities, and many clubs are willing to trust teenagers with major responsibilities. The league also has historic clubs with passionate supporters. Marseille, Lyon, Monaco, Lille, and Nice all bring different identities and traditions. And when PSG and Marseille meet in Le Classique, the atmosphere is electric. One criticism of Ligue 1 has been PSG's dominance, but the league remains incredibly important to European football because it constantly produces elite talent. If your favorite players are under 23 years old, there's a good chance they spent part of their development in France. And now, we enter the top 4. At number 4, we have Italy's Serie A. There was a time when Serie A was considered the greatest league in the world. Even today, it remains one of football's most fascinating competitions. Italian football has always been associated with tactical intelligence. Every movement matters. Every defensive decision has meaning. Serie A teaches teams how to suffer, how to defend, and how to win difficult matches. The legendary clubs of Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Napoli have built one of football's richest histories. Their stadiums have witnessed some of the greatest players and managers the game has ever seen. Many people still think Serie A is boring and defensive, but that image is outdated. Modern Italian football is faster, more attacking, and far more entertaining than many fans realize. Recent title races have also become more competitive. Napoli's historic Scudetto, Inter's resurgence, and AC Milan's revival have shown that the old order can be challenged. Then there is the atmosphere. The Milan derby, the Derby della Capitale, and Juventus versus Inter are among the most emotional matches in Europe. If you love tactical battles and passionate supporters, Serie A offers a football experience unlike any other. But when it comes to atmosphere alone, only one league can truly compete for the top spot. At number 3, we have Germany's Bundesliga. No league in the world does fan culture quite like Germany. The Bundesliga is famous for packed stadiums, affordable ticket prices, and supporters who create incredible atmospheres every single week. Football in Germany still feels deeply connected to its fans. The famous 50+1 ownership rule has helped clubs maintain that relationship, preventing complete control by outside investors and keeping supporters at the heart of the game. On the pitch, Bundesliga football is pure entertainment. The matches are fast, direct, and full of attacking intent. Teams press aggressively and play with tremendous energy. For years, Bayern Munich dominated the league, but recent seasons have reminded everyone that surprises are still possible. Bayer Leverkusen's unbeaten title-winning campaign proved that new challenges can emerge. Germany is also one of the best places for young players to develop. Clubs are not afraid to trust teenagers, giving stars like Jamal Musiala and Florian Wirtz opportunities to shine. If you simply want to sit down and enjoy exciting football in incredible stadiums, the Bundesliga is almost impossible to beat. Only 2 leagues remain. At number 2, we have Spain's La Liga. When people think of beautiful football, they often think of Spain. La Liga has produced some of the greatest teams and players in football history. At the center of it all are Real Madrid and Barcelona, 2 clubs whose rivalry has shaped the modern game. El Clásico is more than just a football match. It is one of the biggest sporting events on the planet, watched by hundreds of millions of fans. Spanish football values technical excellence, intelligent movement, and precise passing. The league spent more than a decade being defined by the rivalry between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, a period many fans consider football's golden age. Even after their departures, the quality remains extremely high. Real Madrid continue to dominate Europe and somehow always find ways to win the biggest matches. Atletico Madrid, under Diego Simeone, have provided a different identity based on discipline, passion, and resilience. Then there are clubs like Sevilla, Villarreal, and Valencia, all of whom have enjoyed memorable European nights. La Liga offers drama everywhere. Title races, European qualification battles, and relegation fights that often go down to the final day. For technical quality and footballing heritage, very few leagues can match Spain. But there is one competition that stands above the rest. At number 1, we have the Premier League. Love it or hate it, no league can match the Premier League's global reach, financial strength, and week-to-week competitiveness. The list of giant clubs is incredible. Manchester City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspur. The pace is relentless. The intensity is brutal. Every match feels important because surprises happen constantly. A team fighting relegation can defeat the league leaders. A title race can be decided by a single point. Battles for European qualification often go right down to the final weekend. The Premier League also attracts many of the world's best players and managers, creating tactical battles that are just as fascinating as the action on the pitch. Then there are the stadiums. Anfield, Old Trafford, the Emirates, Stamford Bridge. Each one offers its own atmosphere and traditions. Perhaps the biggest strength of the Premier League is its depth. Even teams in the bottom half possess players capable of competing at the highest level. No other league combines quality, drama, money, global popularity, and entertainment quite like English football. And that's why the Premier League takes the number 1 spot on our list. What's your ranking of these 7 leagues? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more football content.